Fook Hai, I think your point about educating men, and Mrs. Tan, your point about the education of young men when they are still in school is excellent. And UN Women, PNI, and our team actively go to all the schools in Singapore to do that. But as Marina said, and a lot of you have said, and yourself as well, social constructs are very difficult to change. Very difficult. What Marina is doing, what we are doing at UN Women, where we're changing social constructs where there was not a day off for domestic workers, where sex trafficking was not something that was taken very seriously in Singapore. Advocacy is something that we try very hard, as you're saying. It is our time. It is our time to make changes. I want to share with you that I think in the workplace things are moving, and you don't see it perhaps as much or as fast in society, but I feel like in my 20 years working, that I can see a lot of change. And I'll give you an example. When I started work, I worked in a bank called a dealing room. And a dealing room is a place where, if any of you trade the markets, it's where the trades get done, or bond markets. It's a very fast-moving place. And 90% of the people in the dealing room, if not 95, are men. And I remember a time when I had to go in, and the girls had to go in. We started in our early 20s, and we'd hear a lot of language that the men used to use. And you are very uncomfortable because you're not used to it. You're a young graduate, and and I think some young men who started out with me, there were a class of 5 new kids that came in, and I think it's exactly what you said, Fook Hai. They felt a need to start speaking like this, and yes.
Just want to add something.
Yeah.
This actually still goes on today in the trading floors in quite a few investment banks.
Yes, this is
we
true.
have a bunch of male traders. What they do is they'll pick a young, pretty girl as an intern, and they'll ask her to wear a tight tank top and sit on top of the table while they play poker. And their job is to feel out the tricks. It's still going on to this day.
It is it's one of the toughest environments for women to work in a developed country, I think. But having said that, I actually see that because of what's been happening the last 5 to 10 years, that you have CSR programs that encourage banks and companies to look at women's rights, women's respecting women, giving women maternity leave, flexi time, and I think slowly but surely, and I'm not saying that it will change in this generation, but I can see some improvement. So in that sense, I have hope. I have hope because there are things moving, there are people here that are trying to make changes, and I like to say that at least I feel that there's hope in the future. Yes. Thank you.
I don't really understand